Nomad are in the house, and I have the case line up here for the 17 Pro Max. So let's get into it. What's up guys, welcome back to Michael's Tech Talk. So here we are with the Nomad case lineup for the 17 Pro Max. So what we have here is we've got a limited edition modern leather case. We have the modern case, which used to be called the sport case, so it's now called the modern case. We've got the traditional leather case, and we also have the rugged case, which is always a classic. So first up then we have the traditional leather case. So this is a leather case which is leather all the way around, and it's a full bumper case, which is very nice. Then we have the modern leather case. So the modern leather case is a bit different. This is leather on the back, but it has like a TPU bumper, which again is quite nice, and it's a different style for different people. This is also the limited edition colorway. This is the burgundy color. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Then we have the classic rugged case. Now, always been a classic, and it's always been featured on the channel, and it's always been a case that I have particularly liked. And of course, they sent me across in the best color possible, orange, for the orange iPhone. And then lastly, we have our modern case. So this used to be called the sport case, but this is now the modern case, and this comes in the lovely Volt color, which is bright and vibrant, and it's right up my street. It's loud, just like me. Very nice cases. So we'll just quickly pop these on the scale and get a look at the weight. So the traditional leather case weighs in at 42 grams, which is pretty good. The burgundy weighs in at 43 grams. The rugged weighs in at 53 grams. And the modern case weighs in at 42 grams. There's the traditional leather case that weighs in at 288 grams with the phone. The modern leather weighs in at 289 grams. The rugged weighs in at 299 grams. And the modern weighs in at 289 grams. So that is what you'll carry with all these cases inside your pocket. So we'll set these other cases to the side. We'll get started with the traditional leather case. So this is the traditional leather in black, and it is a full bumper case all the way around, so all edges of the phone are protected. We've got Nomad's branding here down in the bottom corner, which is nice and subtle, and then we have our machined metal buttons here, which are really nice. And then of course we've got our button here on the side and our camera control button. I'm glad to see Nomad have committed to the camera control on all these cases. Believe it or not, there's still brands out there which are still putting out cases with no camera control button, which in my honest opinion is not acceptable. Kudos Nomad for committing to the camera control button. So the buttons are clicky, tactile, responsive, no problem with that. And if we just test out this camera control button, and yeah, that is really good, no issues with that. Touch haptics are working, it's registering everything that I'm throwing at it. No complaints, that's really good. If we look at the fitment, the case itself is pretty rigid all the way around. Yeah, no issues with that whatsoever. And if we just try our corner twist test, so we just take the corners, we give the phone a twist, and the phone is not moving inside that case. That is exactly what you want to see. A lot of cases you'll find when there's weakness, so you give the corners a bit of a twist, they just pop out. No issues with that whatsoever. That's really good. And then if we take a look at the lip, so there is a screen protector on this phone currently, so there you get very little minimal lip. Without a screen protector, you'll get a little bit of a lip on the sides, but you'll not get much. But you will have full side to side swiping on the display, which is really good. So if you set that down flat, you're going to get the very bare minimum of lift up flat protection there. But this is what leather cases are for. They're to be thin and minimal. They're not really for massive amounts of protection. And if we just look at the camera plateau then, so the plateau is exposed, but the lenses do not protrude out of the camera bump, which is what you want to see. The camera guard is metal as well, so if you set that down flat, it is going to protect those lenses, and it is going to lift it up off the surface. That's what you want to see. So how does it feel? This is Harween leather. It feels really smooth and fresh out of the box. It smells really good. The issue with leather straight out of the box is it will be smooth, it will be a little bit slippery, but as you use it, it will age and it will patina, it will get grippy, and it'll start to feel really nice. So yeah, but out of the box, it feels fresh, it feels nice. Black as well goes really good with the orange iPhone, and it is MagSafe, so we can do a MagSafe test. So let's just take this and we'll just try it. Whoa. Now, this is something which I have been saying to Nomad for quite a while. Your magnets have always been okay. They've never been great. And I think this is still something that needs to be improved on. Now, will this affect you being in the car on a car mount? No. Like, is it, you know, if you're in the car, is it going to fall off? No, it's not. Would I like it to be a little bit stronger? Yes, I would. That's just my opinion. You know, that's taking the weight of the phone, and a good couple of shakes it falls off. This stand weighs over 200 grams. It's holding on to it quite well. So they're not the worst, but I would like them to be a little bit better. Moving on to the modern leather case. So this is a leather backed case, and then the sides are this TPU bumper. We have the same quality machined metal buttons along the side, and we have Nomad's branding here. Now, this is the limited edition version, so this is the burgundy colour. As you can see, I have been using this case, so there is a few little scuff marks on it, so it just gives you an indication that I have been using it. I do like these cases, because sometimes, especially when you drop a leather case, I don't know about you guys, but when I have dropped a case that's leather and it hits the sides and it hits the corners, it really kind of annoys me that then the leather's all scuffed up and damaged. Whereas with the TPU bumpers on this, you don't get that. So it's a nice alternative for a leather case. I do prefer a full leather all the way around, but this is a nice change. So I will say I'm not mad at it. The buttons, clicky, tactile, responsive. That's what you want to see. And if we just try our fitment, this case is very flexible, so it is easy to come off. It does feel like it is on really well, but there is a fair bit of flex to it there, so it does pop off quite easy if you need to get it off. This test will be the deciding factor, so we do our corner test, so we just take the corners and we give it a twist. Even though the case is flexible, it's not popping out at the corners there, so rest assured, if you're lifting it out of your pocket, it's not going to flex and the phone's going to pop out of the case. That's what you want to see. And if we look at the screen lip then, so the screen lip is pretty much flush with the screen protector on this phone. So you are going to get edge-to-edge swiping and very little protection. If you didn't have a screen protector on, you will get a little bit of a lip around the display, but not much. It is a minimal case after all. So if you set it down flat, you're going to get very, very minimal in the ways of lift-up flat protection. So if we look at the camera guard, this camera guard is plastic, whereas the other one was metal. So yeah, bit of a change there. I'm not sure why Nomad did that, but the lenses don't protrude out at all. The plateau is exposed, but it will give you that lift-up flat protection from those lenses getting scuffed up if you set it down flat. That's what you want to see. So how does it feel? So this case, like I said, is Harine leather on the back. This is TPU bumper on the side. This is a smooth TPU bumper, so it's not the grippiest of things. The only feedback I would give for this one would be, Nomad, I would like a little bit of texture on this side grips. I think that would make all the difference when it comes to grip. But otherwise, I do like the minimalist of this case. It is very, very nice. And then, of course, as the leather ages and patinas, it will start to grip up a bit more. So yeah, that will get good. And then that burgundy color will darken down into a nice dark burgundy red, which will be very, very nice. And is MagSafe compatible? So we can do a MagSafe test. And the magnets seem to be a little bit better on this case. That's not falling off there at all, which is really good. So this is a bit of a change from the other leather case, I suppose. That's pretty good. I know Nomad do offer other colour variations of this modern leather case as well, so there will be colour options on the website. But if you are looking for something a little more rugged, then this is what you'll need. This is the rugged case from Nomad. This is an all-time classic. This is one that's featured on the channel quite a lot of times, and I really do like it. So we'll just check it out. We have this nice thick TPU bumper all the way around, machined metal buttons and camera control. So the buttons are, yeah, clicky, tactile, responsive. And then if we just click camera control, just check that out. Camera control button, really, really good. No issues with that. Now, the camera control button is slightly recessed into this bumper, so I do have to press a little bit there, but when I do, the button is perfect. No problem with the button at all. And then if we look at the case itself, it is relatively rigid, bit of flex around the buttons, which is normal, and at the charge port, which is normal as well. And if we just take the corners and we do the twist test, that is not moving whatsoever, which is really good. That's what you want to see, especially on a rugged case. That's what you want to see. So if we just check. So like the modern cases, this is a little bit flexible, which helps getting it off. But if you listen for the click, it clicks on there no problem at all. And same goes for the bottom. It does allow you to get it off a little bit easier, which is pretty good. And then if we do our twist test, so if we give it a twist, it's not moving inside that case. So even though there's a bit of flex, it's not going to move. That's what you want to see. And then if we check out the screen lip, so we do have a little bit more of a screen lip here than the other cases would offer. It's a rugged case after all, so with a screen protector on, you are still getting a pretty decent side lip here. And it goes all the way around, which is really good. So even with the screen protector, you're going to get a bit of lift up flat protection there. So if you set it down flat, that display is not going to touch. That's what you want to see. And then if we look at the back, so we do have a TPU guard around the camera plateau. The lenses do not protrude out, but we do have it raised at all 4 corners, so that gives you that extra bit of lift up flat protection. So if you set it down flat, the entire back of the phone is lifted up. That's what you want to see. So how does it feel? These TPU bumpers, yeah, they feel okay. I would like them to be a little bit more textured. Because it's rugged, a bit of texture here wouldn't go amiss, and it would definitely make these cases a lot better in terms of grip. But on the back then, we do have this matte colored panel, which is really nice. This comes in this lovely orange, which matches the orange iPhone perfectly. But you can get these in black as well, which makes them really sleek. But it's not the worst feeling case. For it being a rugged case, it's not massively obtrusive, which is really good. So if we just check out the MagSafe then, so this is the heaviest case. So I'm expecting, yeah, I'm not expecting this to go well. So yeah, that's exactly what I expected. The magnets, they're okay. They're not spectacular. Especially with this being a heavier case and holding the phone, I would expect this to be a little bit better. So Nomad, bit of feedback, these magnets need to be better. Can it take the full weight of the stand? Yes, it can. The stand weighs over 200 grams. It can take the weight of that, no problem. If you're in the car, if you hit bumps, it's not going to fall off, but I would like it just to be a little bit stronger. And like I say, this does come in orange. It does come in black as well, so you get color options with it. Very nice. The black with the orange foam would be very nice as well. So yeah, that's the rugged case. Alright, next up then is the new modern case. So this used to be called the sport case, and this is now the modern case. Now, this has changed over the years. This used to be a shiny surface. This is now a matte surface. The same as the rugged. It comes with that sort of matte finish, which I prefer personally. The shiny, once you got a little tiny scrape on it, it was like, oh, it's so hard to live with. This finish is a lot easier to live with. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Now this is the Volt color, and with the orange iPhone it does look a bit crazy, but yeah, I mean there is other colors on their website, but the Volt, yeah, I would like to see an orange version of this. I think it would be really nice. So yeah, but it's a bit crazy. Same TPU bumpers, which are really good. Machined metal buttons as well. Nomad's branding on the side. Full bumper coverage all the way around, which is what you want to see. Check out those buttons. Clicky, tactile, responsive, as they should be. Camera control. Yeah, that camera control is working perfectly. No issues with that whatsoever. Good to see. Nomad have adopted the camera control button as standard, and it is consistently good across all these cases, which is really good to see. So kudos to that, Nomad. So if we just check out the fitment then, so we just pop it off at the corner, and again with these TPU bumpered cases, they are a little bit flexible around the top of the camera plateau, which allows you to get them off easy, but they do click on there very well, and same goes for the bottom. They click on really good. So then if we just check out the corners and do the corner twist test then, so if we just take the corners and we just give the phone a twist, yeah, the phone isn't moving whatsoever. That's what you want to see. And then screen lip, so this is completely flush with the screen protector, so you're not going to get much of a lip. Without a screen protector you will get a little bit of a lip, but you're not going to get much set down flat protection. But this is a more of a minimal style of a case, so that's what you're going to get with it. Set that down flat, it's going to lift it up off the surface. Camera plateau then is this TPU material as well. The lenses do not protrude out and the plateau is exposed, so you are going to get that set down flat protection. If you do set it down flat, it will lift those lenses up off the surface. I will give the same feedback for the feel of this case. These textured bumpers, I think it's time Nomad put a texture on these. A lot of case makers have went for textured side bumpers. Nomad, I feel that you should do the same. So yeah, I don't want to sound like a broken record and constantly repeat myself, but that's what I would like to see change on these cases. But the back is a more of a matte finish. It is still smooth and it is still a bit slippery, but if we had grippier texture on these bumpers, it'd be a lot easier to hold. Check out our MagSafe test then, so just give that a shake. Now that's not too bad. This is a lighter case, so this deals a little bit better. It's not falling off, which is pretty good. And then the stand is not falling off either, so that's what you want to see. Again, I would like them to be consistently improved across the board, but hey ho. So what's my final thoughts then on the Nomad cases? So these cases are well made, I will say that. The camera control buttons are really good, the machine metal buttons are really good. Cases that have the TPU bumpers across the board, whether it's the rugged, the modern case, the modern leather case, any of the cases that use those TPU bumpers, Nomad, I would love you to put a texture on that side bumper. It will just make it a little bit more grippy. It'll make it a lot easier to hold, in my honest opinion. And across the board, I would like you to improve the magnet strength and those mag rings. They need to be better. Like, we're 2025 now, we're on the iPhone 17 series. Magnets need to be stronger. Like, they just need to be. Otherwise, Nomad, you're going to get left behind, because consumers will just go for better magnet strength cases. So please, Nomad, please. But otherwise, you get great color options, you get great quality materials, and again, using these cases, I haven't had any issues with them per se. There's just little niggles that I would like to see improved. So as always, if you are looking to pick any of these cases up, I will leave you affiliate links in the description down below. Affiliate links help support the channel, but they don't cost you guys any more money. So if you do pick up using any of my links, thanks for your support. It's much appreciated. And that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, smash that like button for me. Don't forget to click that subscribe and ring that little bell to be notified of new videos just like this one. Keep a look at the channel. I have a lot more down-to-earth tech review and accessories coming for you, so stay tuned. And if you want to catch some more iPhone 17 related content, you can check it out right here.